I thank you for joining us and welcome to the morning after election night. Throughout last night, we brought you the latest results and kept you up to date on all the candidates. We begin with Jeff Landry, who is now Louisiana's governor-elect. News 10 Britt LaFaso spoke with Landry moments after he took the win Saturday night.
It was a primary jungle with over a dozen candidates hoping to be Louisiana's next governor, and one took the victory. That was Jeff Landry.
I'm feeling great. Look, I think that this is a historic time. I think when you look at the polls, you look at the results, I think the people of the state responded to the message that we sent because we talked about them. We talked about the issues that are important to this state and how we lift this state from the bottom towards the top. So look, again, I mean, it's unbelievable. I think it's an historic night. No one thought we could get there, but by the grace of God and the willingness of the people of this state, we're here and we're ready to get to work.
Landry will be sworn into office in January of 2024. For your local election headquarters, I'm Britt LaFaso.
Then another top candidate who made the run for governor, the lone Democrat in this race, Shawn Wilson. News 10's Jasmine Dean has more on Wilson's election party, and that was in New Orleans.
With Jeff Landry named the new governor of Louisiana, Shawn Wilson called to congratulate him and says he's going to continue being a public servant, as that is his ministry. A true class act, Wilson addressed his supporters in high spirits after making the call to congratulate Jeff Landry on winning the governor's race. Wilson says he is proud of the outcome and the race and says although it may not be what some people wanted, he still feels as though he's won. He says running for governor was not personal, but it was passion.
This was never personal for me. This was about the passion to serve the citizens of Louisiana, and I am very proud of the race we've won. We've won. We may not have won the election, but we won in terms of making the issue of Medicaid expansion real. We've won in making the issue of the ITEP changes real for local government. We've won in making the decisions that people make for their lives and their families and their bodies and their health their decision. And so I'm very proud of the race we've won.
In New Orleans, Jasmine Dean for your local election headquarters.
So 3 candidates, including incumbent Josh Guillory, have been battling for the Lafayette Mayor President's office. Take a look at this very quickly. We have some numbers for you. Incumbent Josh Guillory and Monique Blanco-Boulay will be in a runoff election come November 18th. News 10's Dawson D'Amico spoke with Guillory about yesterday's election and his mentality going into a runoff.
With 40% of the vote going in incumbent Josh Guillory's favor, the current mayor-president is glad with the turnout, but understands there is still more to be done. For the majority of the night, Guillory's opponent, Monique Blanco-Boulay, had the lead, but in the end, it was Guillory who took the majority of the vote. Without a 50% majority vote, the runoff election between both Guillory and Boulay will be held on November 18th. Guillory says he hopes the people of Lafayette will vote in his favor and allow him to stay in office for another term.
If you look at the wins we've had in the last 4 years, infrastructure, drainage, roads, our quality of life measures, look at our economy, how booming it is. That's not by accident. We have a great team in place, and I would be honored to continue to work for the great people of Lafayette.
For your local election headquarters, I'm Dawson D'Amico.
Taking us now to Monique Blanco-Boulay's party last night. News 10's Zhang Ho. She says she looks forward to continuing the race.
All right, we are over here with Monique Blanco-Boulay, who just gave an incredible speech up here on the stage. Ma'am, I guess now that we know what's happening here, we know what the next 5 weeks are about to be consistent of, what are the thoughts and feelings right now?
We're excited. We're ready to go. I think it's going to be a tough 5 weeks, but I think at the end of the day, Lafayette Parish will land where it needs to be.
Yes, ma'am, and you mentioned that this is the first time in many years that Anacom has been forced into a runoff. So, tell me a little bit about that and what that means to you.
Yeah, so, that only happens when people really want to make a change, and I think that's where we sit today. And we knew that coming into this race. It's been a while coming, and so that's why we have elections every 4 years, so the voters get to decide. The voters get to decide what's next, and we're looking forward to getting out over the next 5 weeks and talking to voters, having more debates, having more conversations, and seeing this thing all the way through.
Yes, ma'am. And mentioning all that over these next 5 weeks, what is the mission and the plan as we pretty much kick off now? now?
Yeah. We wake up first thing tomorrow and we get right back to work. That's the way. It's on your marks, get set, go first thing in the morning.
In addition to